What's good, everyone? Welcome to the Power Up podcast. I am your host, Sir Snorlax, aka Dennis, and this is episode number 11. I told y'all I had something. I told you I was brewing something. Had to go with Mega Man 11. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep this gimmick up, but we'll see how that goes. But it's been a while. It's been a while. I took a little bit of a break after CEO for numerous reasons, and I will tell you why in a few. But let's get into the shout out to the Southwest Florida FGC. We're gonna have a lot of shout outs to Southwest Florida FGC throughout the episode. But first and foremost, let's get into Southwest Florida FGC weekly number 137 in our Tekken 8 bracket. Our top 8 tied in 7th place, Crispy Crisps and Zoe Valentine. Tied for 5th place, Flamio and Rich Demi. In 4th place, we have Kazibara playing as King. Why? I don't know. Kaz, we have to have words. What is going on? What happened to Lee? We keep having this problem, Kaz. In 3rd place, we had Spiker. In 2nd place, we had Samurai Soda. And in 1st place, we had Mary Chango. Moving on to our Street Fighter tournament, our top 8 tied for 7th place, we had Noodle. Also tied in 7th place, Frank Gains XP. And tied for 5th place, we had Casual Sam and Spiker. In 4th place, we have Foz. In 3rd place, Harold. In 2nd place, Professor Peanut. And in 1st place, our newcomer, bringing in the heat, the Ken Masters Heat, Blue Icy Dasani. And then moving into our Fatal Fury bracket, tied for 7th place, Waffles and your boy, Sir Snorlax. I did make the move to Andy. And tied for 5th place, we had Mr. Worldwide and Casual Sam. In 4th place, Big Boss Brandon. In 3rd place, Foz. In 2nd place, Spiker. And in 1st place, once again, Blue Icy Dasani. Shouts out to the Southwest Florida FGC. This was a pretty big turnout. We had about 28 entrants. I still have to check the records, but I will say that I would say, let's go as far as to say, this was probably one of our biggest Thursday events to date. Going into the Southwest Florida FGC leagues, for Tekken 8, our top 20, we have in 20th place, Ute with 1 point. Frank Gains XP in 19th place with 1 point as well. In 18th place, Oblivion with 2 points. 17th place, we have Cruisin' with 2 points. In 16th place, we have Tripa Seca with 2 points. In 15th place, we have Fighting Focus with 3 points. In 14th place, we have Mr. Worldwide with 4 points. In 13th place, we have Lost Hero with 4 points. In 12th place, we have McLover with 6 points. In 11th place, we have Foz with 9 points. In 10th place, we have Zoe Valentine with 10 points. In 9th place, it's your boy, Sir Snorlax, with 10 points as well. In 8th place, we have TV Tengu with 15 points. In 7th place, we have Savage Mela with 24 points. In 6th place, we have Spiker with 41 points. In 5th place, we have Kazibara with 42 points. fourth place, we have Samurai Soda with 76 points. And in our top three, in third place, Mary Chango with 115 points. Second place, we have Flamio with 124 points. And first place, Crispy Chris with 153 points. Moving into our Street Fighter 6 top 20. In 20th place, we have Lennon with 3 points. In 19th place, we have Lost Hero with 4 points. In 18th place, we have your boy, Sir Snorlax, with 8 points. In 17th place, we have Fighting Focus with 8 points as well. In 16th place, we have Rich Dan with 10 points. In 15th place, we have Scourge with 11 points. In 14th place, we have Waffles with 11 points. In 13th place, we have Casual Sam with 12 points. In 12th place, with one tournament, Blue Icy Dasani with 15 points. In 11th place, we have Cruisin' with 16 points. In 10th place, we have Big Boss Brandon with 18 points. In 9th place, we have Noodle with 22 points. In 8th place, we have Walt Coyote with 23 points. In 7th place, we have Makira with 32 points. In 6th place, we have Lexitron 3000 with 40 points. In 5th place, we have Mr. Worldwide with 56 points. In 4th place, we have Professor Peanut with 68 points. In our top three, we have Spiker with 72 points. In second place, Harold with 80 points. And Foz in first place with 85 points. Again, shouts out to the Southwest Florida FGC. The season will be ending in October, and we'll have a lot of things to cover before then. But in the meantime, let's get into some news. Bandai Namco announced that they have a summer showcase happening featuring a new game reveal. This write-up comes from videogameschronicle.com by way of Andy Robinson. Bandai Namco has announced a summer showcase live stream for Wednesday, July 2nd. The Bandai Namco summer showcase will include the announcement of a new My Hero Academia game, plus new looks at Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree and Digimon story Time Stranger. According to the teaser, the showcase also features news for Code Vein 2, The Blood of Dawnwalker, Death Note, Killer Within, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, Little Nightmares 3, which I'm actually looking forward to, Patapon 1+2 Replay, Shadow Labyrinth, Super Robot Wars Y, and Tekken 8. The summer showcase for Bandai Namco will take place July 2nd, 12 p.m. Pacific Time, 3 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. CST, and 4 a.m. JST. Awesome news coming from Bandai Namco. I know they probably were trying to get ahead of the fact that they don't want anyone getting too ahead of themselves with what they might be announcing at these. So I'm sure that it was strategic considering how not so well received ArcSys's showcase that took place recently went. I'm not going to talk too much about it because there was nothing that caught my attention. But if you want to take a look at it, sure, go right ahead. They announced a new game. They also talked about Double Dragon Revive. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Which looks pretty good. And we have a few other games that were announced during that. But everyone was expecting some news about Marvel Tokon, Guilty Gear Strive, the fighting games. So moving on. Sonic Adventure director says don't expect remakes or remasters anytime soon. He'd rather make new Sonic games than remakes. This write-up came from Andy Robinson from VideoGamesChronicle.com. Sonic Team Boss has told fans not to expect remakes or classic entries in the Sonic Adventure series anytime soon. Sonic Adventure from 1998 and its sequel from 2001 remain two of Sega mascots' most beloved 3D adventures and introduce open world elements to the series for the first time. Speaking in a recent interview with Shaq News, uh, Izuka, I hope I said that right, who directed both Dreamcast Sonic Adventure games, was asked about the possibility of bringing the series back as remakes or remasters, but said he'd rather put the energy required into making new entries. I am really appreciative of everyone who likes the Sonic Adventure series, but when I think about what it would take to bring that game up to the standard and expectations of what the modern gaming audience would want, I think it would be about as much time and energy as it would take to make a new title. So part of me is thinking maybe I should just make a brand new title, and that's why there's no current plans. Um, Maybe a Sonic Adventure 3? I'm cool with that. I'm very cool with that. I would much rather a new game. I enjoyed Sonic Frontiers, so if we got a Sonic Frontiers sequel, I would also be very happy with that. So, moving on, the Street Fighter movie that Legendary is producing has some more casting news. So, it was there's been some rumors about some cast, and some have been so far confirmed according to the Hollywood Reporter. Before we had talked about Andrew Koji playing Ryu, Noah Centineo playing Ken, Jason Momoa signing up to play Blanca, and then Roman Reigns had been cast to play Akuma, which I thought was an interesting choice. Since then, we've had the role of Chun-Li cast in the form of Kalina Liang, the role of Vega cast with the country singer Orville Peck. Also a questionable choice in my opinion, but that's just my own opinion. But the latest news, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson will be playing Balrog. Now that one I agree with. That one I'm good with. I feel that he definitely pulled that off for sure. He's built for it. And I think he's shown that he's got the acting chops to do it. So I'm still very skeptical on this. We've had 3 live action projects for Street Fighter. We had the 1994 Street Fighter starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, Raul Julia, and Kylie Minogue that left a lot to be desired. Raul Julia definitely carried that film. And then we had the Legend of Chun-Li film that was not great at all. And then we had the Street Fighter Assassin's Fist short film. Well, it was a series with short episodes that turned into like a 90-minute film that was so well made. It was incredible, and we were hoping to get a sequel, and we never did, unfortunately. But that, if it's in the vein of that, I'm all down for this movie. But we'll see how that goes. Moving on in the news, WWE 2K25 second DLC is out today. It adds 3 NBA players and 2 wrestlers, one of which I'm very excited about. The Duncan Destruction Pack is one of 5 announced DLC. The second one, the first one hasn't completed yet, which I think is hilarious because, well, we already have the second DLC out. But this pack adds Shaquille O'Neal, Indiana Pacers player Tyrese Halliburton, and New York Knicks player Jalen Brunson, alongside the Great Khali. Now, when I say the Great Khali, I'm talking about debut Khali. I'm talking about the man that traumatizes his kids when he crushed Rey Mysterio's head. But the one that I'm excited the most about is former TNA wrestler Abyss. And I saw the entrance. I've not played, but he brings out Janice. He's got the coat. You know, everything looks amazing. The music, the original music from TNA, all of it. The Titantron, everything. Just one more thing that this TNA relationship has brought us. So that I thought that was pretty awesome. And there's a video of Chris Park, who is Abyss, watching the entrance, and he was emotional and happy about it. Um, it's pretty crazy. I like I said, I was very happy about that. So, um, moving into some more news, we're gonna take a look at some footage that came out from the Capcom showcase that happened last week. We're gonna take a look at Pragmata, and then we'll take a look at some gameplay from the newly announced Resident Evil Requiem, which I'm very excited about. And then we're going to take a look at some updates coming for Street Fighter 6, including a teaser trailer for Sagat. So the first one we're going to get into is going to be Pragmata. So let's take a look at that.
Introducing Capcom's newest IP, Pragmata, an all-new science fiction action-adventure with a unique hacking twist. It's been a while since we first announced it, but we're excited to have the game ready for you in 2026. Today we will go over some of the unique points of Pragmata. Encountering an android with a heart. You play as Hugh Williams, a member of a team sent to investigate a lunar research facility that's lost contact. When a lunar quake strikes, Hugh is separated from the team. He finds himself saved by Diana, an android girl. Now they must work together to return to Earth. Hugh
I told y'all this before. This girl's going to break our heart. Watch. This little android girl,
a curious
Diana, is going to break our heart at one point or another in this game. I'm telling you.
This is how an unlikely adventure between a human and android begins. A mix of puzzle and action.
This is what really interested me about this game.
Combat begins with disarming the enemy's armor. Otherwise, you will find it difficult to inflict any real damage. This is where Diana comes in. Let's use her hacking ability on this enemy. Moving the cursor through the panel, you take down their armor. And now, it's Hugh's turn. Take aim at the enemy's weak points. Passing through more blue nodes increases damage, and the enemy's armor stays exposed for longer. With an arsenal of unique weapons, take on the rampaging boss.
The puzzle aspect of this is so awesome.
Enemy will you hack first?
Will I be able to do both at the same time? Probably not.
Thinking on the fly in the heat of
But this is
battle,
very
how
unique.
you handle the multi-sided situation will be key for success. We can't wait for you to try this compelling new combat system. The AI-controlled Lunar Research Station. In Pragmata, your adventures take place at a lunar research station. They are researching a new material that can be used to 3D print almost anything, from microchips to cars and giant structures. Now, however, the lunar research station seems void of human activity. Only the lifeless world and the AI remain. Use your thrusters to move around the lunar research station. You will also need to hack the systems blocking your progress. By combining their abilities, Hugh and Diana can explore this world together. Pragmata will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and Steam. This summer, we'll also have public hands-on for Pragmata.
Nice.
Experience the gameplay you just saw firsthand, including the thrilling combination of puzzle and action combat. We are looking forward to many more events where you can get your hands on Pragmata. Please look out for more
I'm
information
telling you,
on
this logo's gonna break our heart.
official social channels, website, and stores.
It's a lot of people saying that this is some sort of like
And to add Pragmata
Mega Man because she's a little android in blue with the little Buster Gun type gimmick on the sleeves of her jacket. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try that out for sure. Um, just because it just looks awesome. The combat is unique. Um, but let's get into the next one, Resident Evil Requiem. Um, I'm very excited about this game. I'm very, very excited about this game.
怖いけどゲームとしても楽しい、そういうのが作れるんじゃないかなっていうのがレクイエムの出発点でした。
バイオハザードレクイエムは、シングルプレイかつ、オフラインのゲームとなっています。バイオハザードで一番重要なのは恐怖体験だと思うんですけれども、今作においてはその恐怖体験っていうところに、しっかりとフィーチャーした内容に仕上がっているんじゃないかなと思ってます。
今回の主人公は FBI 捜査官グレース・アッシュクロフト。内向的で怖がり、バイオハザードとしては割と新しいタイプのキャラクターを作ろうとしています。プレイヤーと同じ目線で一緒になって怖がれる、こういうキャラクターを狙っています。物語の中でもちろん彼女も恐怖を克服し成長していくんですけども、 FBI 捜査官なので銃の扱いも慣れてますし、冷静な推理力とかも発揮しつつ活躍するキャラクターになってます。レオンを主人公にしようっていうのは実はずっとあったんですけども、どうしてもレオンを使ったバッチバチのホラーっていうのが割と難しくて、落ちてきたバケツにびっくりするとか、そういうレオンってそんなみんな見たくないやろっていうところで、じゃあホラーと食い合わせ悪いよなっていうのがやっぱりありましたけど。
ファーストトレーラーご覧になって分かるように、グレース自身がすごいいろんな目に遭うんですね。 PV で断片的には入ってるんですけれども、逆さずり一つとっても顔の赤らみ、高揚感であったりとか、
I'm excited about the horror elements of this.
あとは髪の毛もかなり力を入れてまして、自分たちでスタッフと一緒にプロの方を呼んで実際にウィッグを使ってそこからシミュレーションして CG を落とし込んだりとかもしています。
That's great. That's crazy. They went far for that.
バイオハザードレクイエムはですね、一人称視点と三人称視点2つの視
This
点
is really
で
cool.
切り替えながら遊ぶことができます。主観視点だとその恐怖
I
を
don't
間近
know
に感じ
if
る
I'll
ことが
play
できて、
in
緊張
third
感のある
person or
臨
in
場感の
first
ある
person.
ゲームプレイって
I
いうの
want
が
to say
可能になり
first
ま
just
す。
because of the
三
horror
人称視点
aspect
だ
of
と
it.
キャラクターの肩越しでの
But
視
the
点
fact
と
that
い
you
う
can
ところ
switch
で
between
アク
both
ション、
is
そういった
really
ところが
awesome.
よく見えるゲームプレイになると思いますので、アクションが好きだなって思う方には
The set
三人称視
design,
点の方がお
the
すす
the
めです。
level design, just you can see the fear, where the fear is going to come from. The jump scares are coming for sure.
滅菌作戦以降30年近く経つんですけども、
30 years after the missile strike on
ゲー
Raccoon
ムの舞台
City.
として登場します。
その当時アンブレラ事件っていうのでシリーズがヒットして、それ以降もさまざまなキャラクターたちが、いろんなラクーンシティで起きた事件をきっかけに立ち向かっていくようになったり、人間成長したり、そこに今回この表現のメスを入れるっていうのが作り手としてはやっぱりかなり緊張感を持って臨ませてもらったっていうのが大きかったですね。
ラクーン事件に関わった、もしくはラクーン事件に巻き込まれて大きく人生を変わってしまったり、命を落としてしまったりと、そういった登場人物がたくさん出ます。レクイエムは彼らに向けての言葉通り鎮魂であり、もっと言うとバイオハザードシリーズ、ラクーン事件、アンブレラをきっかけに生まれたシリーズのある種一つの区切りという意味でレクイエムというタイトルをつけています。
バイオハザードレクイエムは2026年2月
It's coming
27
so
日に発売
soon!
予定です。 2026年3月に、バイオハザード
Oh,
シリー
March
ズ
marks the
30周年を
30th
迎えます
anniversary.
30周年記念
Interesting.
タイトルの名に恥じぬような、ゲームとして、本作、リリースしたいなというふうに思っております。
I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped
ル
for
イ
it.
スの母親は
大きく方針を転換してですね、
実写映画を目指すというところで
Further interviews with the creators that didn't fit into today's presentation will be released today on the Resident Evil portal. Register your Capcom ID to see the rest.
ラクーンシティっていうところは基本触っちゃいけないもんだと。
I'm ready to watch that. I'll definitely be watching that. Next, we'll take a look at what we got to see for Street Fighter 6. There were two, actually, things that we got to see. So let's take a look at that.
Hey, come on, let's go! Wait for me!
I'm sorry. I'm just going to say something before we get into the next part. August 5th, we release Elena 10 days before CEO, but we release Sagat like 2 days after Evo. There's bias there. I'm just saying. Just saying. I am just saying. Let's take a look at the rest of the reveals for Street Fighter 6.
The Emperor of Muay Thai, Sagat, is ready for battle. Players can also get the World Tour experience with Sagat deep in the mountains of Thailand. The Emperor makes his landing on August 5th. To prepare for Sagat's release, the Sagat Arrives Fighting Pass will be available starting from July 4th. Premium rewards include Sagat's Wanderer avatar gear. And we've also prepared some throwback stickers and emotes. From Sagat's days as the boss of the original Street Fighter, we're also increasing the amount of content in the Fighting Pass that can be used in Fighting Ground.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Blues EX Color. Kin's EX Color.
I don't really like that outfit, so I'm not too fond about that one, but the yellow and blue is interesting.
As well as art and effects to use with the game's Challenger customization feature. We're also prepping music tracks to use in fights and more for players. Please check it out. Finally, we have information about the long-anticipated Outfit 4 content. Check out the designs of the 7 characters that will receive Outfit 4 content with the Sagat update. Cammy.
Oh, it's the swimsuit edition, folks.
Chun-Li. Manon.
People gonna be going crazy with these outfits.
Kimberly, and Aki.
I'm pretty sure some of those outfits come from
They're
the comic
continuing
books,
work
and
on
I'm very
Outfit 4
interested to see how
content for
that
these
is.
characters.
If that's true. I'm pretty sure the Cammy
And
one
of
for
course,
sure.
are working on Outfit 4 for the rest of the roster. So please stay tuned.
本日の情報は以上となりますが、いかがだったでしょうか。今回ご紹介したキャラクターやファイティングパスなどについて皆様にお届けできるよう開発チーム一丸となって最終調整に取り組んでおります。後日サガットのゲームプレイトレーラーの公開も予定しておりますので楽しみにしていただければと思います。これからもストリートファイター6をどうぞよろしくお願いします。
Next, an update from Capcom Esports. We'd like to tell you about the Capcom Pro Tour, a global competition for the world's best players. Players the world over will battle it out in regional qualifying tournaments. The Capcom Pro Tour 2025 Singles Tournament Tour is now accepting entries. Anyone is welcome to join. Compete for a spot in the Capcom Cup 12 tournament, which will determine the world champion. Just like last year, the tournament will be held in the Ryogoku Kokugikan Arena in Japan. The champion of this year's tournament will once again receive a whopping $1 million prize. You won't want to miss out on the intense battles this year as players fight to become world champion. For more information about the tournament schedule and how to enter, check the Capcom Esports.
Thought I had it under control.
They didn't even let it finish. I'm excited. I'm excited for Scott. That's what I'm excited for. I'm excited for Scott. It'll be interesting to see how he plays. The gameplay has not been released yet, but I'm looking forward to taking it out. Yeah. So now, before I get into CEO, I do want to talk about one last thing, and that's going to be a purchase that I made recently. I made it actually at CEO. There was a lot of vendors there, and one of our vendors was Nacon with their fight stick and also this, the Revolution 5 Pro controller. So, for context, I had the Nacon Unlimited for the PS4 until we moved on to the PS5, where I switched over to the Bitrix BFG Pro, which had the modules that you can switch out on the face. So the buttons can be either the 4-button or the 6-button layout for the fight pad. Very customizable. And then I saw this and I tried it out and immediately was drawn to it, immediately needed it. It was actually a pretty decent sale. It was $150, which I think it's still like that on on Amazon. But they were also giving away a free mic that I'll talk about a little later. But I had originally done a review for this after I came back from CEO. I utilized it for a little bit, but it took a while to get this recorded. So I figured I'm going to redo it as I've played a little more with it, as I've seen. So it comes with its own case, just like the Vitrix and just like the Revolution Unlimited for the PS4. Comes in different colorways. They had the white, so this is what I got. This is very upgraded from the original one that I had. So one thing is you can switch out the D-pad here. You just pull this bad boy out, and it comes with this little box inside the case with different modules you'll see in here. So there's some weights, because you can add weights to this. You get the 10 grams, 14 grams, or 16 grams. I have it with the 16 grams. You also get different replacements for the stick, and there is a thicker one. So you know your how far the stick goes around changes. There's different stick modules, so you can replace the actual sticks. The ones that I have currently have the indents. They're smaller, but they also have this guys right here that are just smooth. Different D-pad, and it also has a external mic that you just attach right down here. boom, and you have an external mic. The controller also brings a couple of features that I really liked. So in the back here, you'll see a lot of different buttons. You can use it in wired, or you can utilize it as wireless with the Bluetooth dongle. The triggers, here. You see here, turn this up, and the depth changes. So to your preference. There's also on the back, it's got a, right here in the middle, you have PS5, PS4, and PC. You also have the profile button, and right here you have the C and A. Down here you have these buttons right there, and these buttons right here. Now in the original, the buttons were all here, both of them. So this change is so much easier to utilize. So I've had some struggles with Tekken since I switched over to this, just because of the placement. Usually when I use the Vitrix, my stick was here, my pad was here. So my L3 button is what I utilize for my heat engaging. And then my R3 is my rage. So moving from the D-pad up to the stick was proving to be a little difficult. It just wasn't comfortable. I wasn't feeling it. So you can download the Revolution 5 app for this controller. You can plug it in, and then you can switch this to the advanced mode here, this little guy right here, and you can set up customized profile. So in the customized profile, what I did is I added my rage here and my heat here. So we're going to try that out and see how much it makes a difference for me, and see what other buttons I can utilize back there. So this controller has become my main controller for everything at this point. I'm only using the Vitrix for when I play Street Fighter because of the 6 buttons. If Nacon releases a 6-button face controller, I'll probably switch over to that just because I like the Nacon. I like the brand. It's comfortable. It's great. I never had any issues. Vitrix, I've had a lot of issues that I'm not too happy with. I lost my Bluetooth dongle, and you used to be able to get a replacement. By the time I lost it and tried to get a replacement, they don't do that anymore. They don't do module replacements. So once your modules go bad, you're done. So my PC gaming, I bought this a few years ago. It's customized from CEO Taku, number 7, Final Fantasy Scheme. I'm retiring that. It's going to be my Xbox controller now, because the Nacon is going to be my main controller for everything moving forward. Tekken, I'm playing a new game that I've been playing for the last few days, and that's been the controller that I've been using, and I'm very happy with it. So if you're looking in the market for a new controller, check this out. It's a great controller. I'm very happy with it. So next, I did do a review that I will include here in just a moment, about the mic that came, the streaming mic that came with the controller as a free bonus gift. So let's take a look at that. What's good, everyone? Welcome. Here to do another product review. This item I obtained also with my purchase of the Nacon Revolution 5 Pro. It gave us a free Nacon Rig M100HS. It is a carotid mic. It is considered a streaming mic, and it's pretty nice actually for what it's supposed to be. I use a mixer with this type of XLR mic, but this is a nice starting out mic, to be honest. This is what it looks like. It comes with its own tripod. It's a USB mic, made for PS5, but you can utilize it on PC as well. It's got the shield as well, the foam windshield, and it's got the mute button. You press it and it turns on, and then you can go back to speaking. It's a sturdy mic. It feels very sturdy, very durable. So what we're gonna do is, as you've heard me talk, I'm utilizing my regular mic, and we're gonna switch over to this mic to give us an idea of what the difference is between the two. Um, so here we are utilizing the Nikon um, Rig M100, and this is basically what you're gonna get compared to a mixer with an XLR mic with a mixer. Obviously, it's gonna be a huge difference, but this is a good starting out mic. I feel if you're just getting into streaming, this is a good mic. Just plug and play. If you're utilizing it on to stream directly from your PlayStation, it's already set up for that. Overall, I feel that this is a good starting out mic for anyone to utilize. So now we'll switch back so you'll see pre and post the difference between the two mics. And again, I said, you know, it's a good mic for what it is. Like I said, I got it for free, MSRP $79.99. You can get it online through the NikonGaming.com store. So if you are interested, let me know. If you have any comments on this, or if you utilize this mic and you have any feedback, please do let me know. Like I said, it's a great mic and to start out with. So definitely recommend it for those that are getting into streaming, or maybe are in need of a new mic to replace the one that maybe one's got broke or got damaged, or maybe isn't that great, and you want to get an upgrade and you don't want to break the bank. Like I said, this is a $79 mic that you can stream through, and it's a pretty good product. Nikon, I feel, pretty much makes very good products. Their fight stick is also a pretty good fight stick, so I can't say enough good things about Nikon and their products. I've always been very happy with them. So like I said, let me know what you think. Thank you. All right, y'all. It's time. The time has come. Let's talk about CEO 2025. So I want to lead into this to say not everything went according to plan when it came to content for the podcast, because my equipment started malfunctioning. And when I say that, I mean I had a stand, gimbal that I was going to be utilizing. My mics weren't working properly. Things weren't recording properly. And that's on me. I probably should have tested a little more than I did. So I apologize for that. I do have some things though that we'll get into. But the event itself, it was amazing, and I'll talk a little bit as the days went through. We did leave on Thursday to do our check-in. We left. It's a 3-hour drive. It was myself, Crispy Crisps, Walt, Coyote, and TV Tengu. And it was an easier ride than the Daytona drive. I'll tell you that much, because that drive to Daytona sucked, and it's always sucked. So the drive there was so much better. With that said, once we arrived in Orlando and we got to the Rosen Shingle Creek Resort, wow, this place is huge and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful property. It's a beautiful hotel. I'll show you some things here and there. We dropped off our things, checked in, dropped off our things, and then we proceeded to get our badges. That was quick and easy. And I had pre-ordered the hoodie, so I got the hoodie and I got my badge. And then it was just about figuring out what we were going to do for the rest of the evening, as nothing was open yet. The restaurants were open, so we did end up going to get a bite to eat, but we also had a lot of gaming time. And this was my room, and we were playing King of the Hill and Tekken 8, and everybody just came through. We have Frank, gains XP. We have Chango, we have Savage, Crash, Urbane. I apologize to my man here. I always forget his name, only because he is Flamio's boy that he met at a previous CEO, and I always seem to forget his name. So that's my bad. So we'll take a look at the room and some of the videos that I have. I'll play some stuff here, but we played till very late that night. As you can see in the background over here by the desk, there was another setup. They replaced Ultra Street Fighter 4. We had 2 rooms going, but overall, first night was fun. It was just about getting settled in. Coming into our first night, my first day. So the games I entered were Street Fighter Third Strike, Street Fighter 6, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Sonic the Fighters, Tekken 8. I think that's it. Yeah, those are my 5 games that I entered. Third Strike was my very first game. I had 12 p.m. pools at Jabali World. So the arcade that we'll get to see a little bit of, because again, everything started malfunctioning. Some of my videos and pictures didn't come out that great. So here is part of Jabali World. Some open setups over here. In the back, you see some machines, and then behind there's a whole slew of arcade. So that was fun. The food. Now let's talk about the food. We went to a couple restaurants while we were there, and this is going to be all over the place just because. So these tacos are from Mi Casa Tequila Taqueria. We had this on the second day we were there. Or was it? Yes. The first day we had Tobias Burgers and Brews. The first day we were actually there twice, and we were at the taqueria place twice as well. Tobias Burgers and Brews had this amazing tomato bisque that it was to die for. We had a great burger, some grilled cheese. Was it cheap? No, it was not that cheap. But nothing here was very cheap. So let's take a look at some of the video. So this is the room that I was in. Just a quick overview of the room. My view was not the best. This became a factor.
This is Thanksgiving because there's so much stuff.
Let us go to the other room now.
Yes, sir.
Walt stayed down the hall, so at least that night, at least the beginning of that night.
What a trek.
More games! More games!
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Now, so first day in, here, we'll just get right into that portion here. First day in, doors open. We were a little late just because we were up late. Some people were doing some things. And I was playing games. Some people went to the bar, and it was a very long night. Here's the entrance to the main hall where most of the games were being played, and the artist alley was. There you see the Nacon, where I bought the Nacon, and I got roped in very quickly. Gaming Gen. So many vendors at this. I mean, I want to say I would say probably more vendors than we've had in previous CEOs. So you see my focus in this is terrible. And that's when I started having malfunctions, almost from the get-go. Because nothing was focusing right like I wanted to. Nothing was coming out right. There you saw the ring, like I said there. I think they may have been open for like an hour in this video. It was already packed.
All right, y'all, we are here live
This is
at
where I got addicted to
CEO.
anger right here. We tried this out.
This is the main hall. There's the ring.
You get a better look here once I was able to get it in order.
Got a ton of vendors here. I got to try out Andy earlier, and I'm gonna be real.
So my first day
Might be my
I
new
had
main in
my
Fatal Fury
third
City of the
strike
Wolves.
pools, and let me put it like this: for my third strike pools,
Let's go,
I'll get
Tengu!
into that in a minute. This was our boy Tengu on stream doing bear things. I also was on stream.
Enemy ran.
You can watch it. If you want to look it up. Day 2 of Tekken 8. Twitch. There's our boy Tengu. Cheering him on.
There's our boy. he gave us
You
one
can
of
already
these.
tell just from the outfit. His opponent is playing Brian.
You taught him well.
I love it. The other guy's wearing like very aggressive outfit, and then Jenkins is little and stiff. Oh, also, maybe that wasn't Excalibur. It looks like he could have been a cosplayer. Yeah, bro, he looked just like him. Though. It's crazy. I'm still unsure. I only seen him far away.
And the pink one. Woo!
Gotta go with the pink one.
Notice something. This is why I ended up cutting this video short. You will see when things start to become
I can't wait to hear back his commentary.
but it's just nothing that's working.
I hope Eli wins. Oh, they never fixed the name.
See, it's not just me.
I also want to say,
I love
all
Eli
the
doing
times
weird
I they had the wrong names. They had a soft mouth. So
He never changed his prefix.
even the professionals mess it up sometimes. Even Tengu did not have his type of correct you probably see it here there. Second time.
There you go.
First
All
round
right,
to
everyone
Brian.
here in the Fatal Fury Battle, you know how this goes. You know your order.
doing bear things.
It's one game, best of 5. We got the first of 3 rounds. So you don't want to take forever. When you know your number, when you got 1 and 2 to go back there, you can do your entrances, do whatever you want, just have fun. And then the next person when that match starts will go back there and get the ball. And the winner stays on, basically. And we're going to have the final
And
Everyone's going to get a free CS.
my gimbal just gave out right there. It just said, no more. We're done here. And there you see me struggling to keep it up so I can continue recording. It was really sad. I was very upset. I was happy to see my boy doing great. 2 rounds in. This is me hoping that it would do what it needed to do. It didn't. It just further just gets quickly worse and worse.
Throw that ass back.
there was a point where that thing just started spazzing out, shaking, and just would not focus correctly. I don't know what it was. I'm returning to different things to figure out how that all works. Hopefully I get some other stuff for the future of this. So that was the most of the video that I got. So my first day was Third Strike. It was the only tournament, the only bracket I was in was Third Strike on Friday at noon. And let me tell you, in my pools, I had Justin Wong. There was at this moment, off the top of my head, I cannot for the life of me remember who else was in my pools. But now I'm gonna have to look that up. There were some notable names in my pools that I wasn't thrilled with. LG was in my pools as well. So this was a stack. You know, this was stacked. I had my first match, and it was 2-1 on their favor, and then my second match was 2-1 as well. Both characters were characters. I believe it was I don't remember who the first one was, but the second one I know was a Yang, or Yun. I can't remember which one of the two it was. It was the one without the hat. I adapted, but it just was too late at the time that I finally adapted. So I went 0-2 in Third Strike, which is a lot worse than I did from last time, which put me at 97th out of 139. And then after that, we just we observed a lot of matches throughout the venue. My next one was 10 a.m. pools for Tekken 8 on the next day. And I again went 0-2. I was on stream, like I said. Shouts out to Little Empathy it was a Lars mirror. We love Lars. He knows Lars better than I do. I took the first round, and then I just froze. I don't know why. I forgot my combos. I forgot things. And I was just getting hit by things that I probably should not have been getting hit with. But the skill level between us is just huge. And it was just very decisive from there. Got a shout out for wearing my 13 Court Guard Squad Kenpachi cloak. So yeah, and then my second match came up, and I just it was just a complete slaughter. I took a few rounds, which I was happy about. My Street Fighter 6 matchup, crazy. Crazy. I got my ass kicked in the first one. And the second match, it was funny because I said to Black Flash, who was with me, man, I'm glad that I didn't win my first round because I would have had to play to JP. And I do not do well against JP. Lo and behold, my next round was a JP. And I couldn't get in for the life of me. And it sucked. So, 0-2. Mind you, this was with a 10-day Ryu. My next day, I had Sonic the Fighters at noon. And Sonic the Fighters, I went 2-2 in, which I was very happy with the fact that I went 2-2. There may have been a DQ there, but we don't worry about that. I got 17th out of 47. I don't play Sonic the Fighters. I didn't know what the buttons were. I downloaded it and I never played it like an idiot. I probably would have done a lot better had I actually tried the game and I actually, figured out. I went in as Sonic just because it's me. And then Tango was like, isn't Knuckles like crazy good in this game? So I tried Knuckles and I did so much better. Looking at the top 8, it was like all Knuckles pretty much. But I was very happy with what I did that in that one. And then I had Street Fighter Alpha 3 at 3 o'clock. Shouts out to the homies at Retro Revival. Skelly, great cat. Y'all are the best. Um, I got to, before we started the tournament, I got to warm up. And during that, I actually had an opportunity to play against Boss. And needless to say, I got my ass kicked. But it was such an honor to get to play against Boss that I didn't. It was just, it was awesome. It was awesome. So that was cool. In Alpha 3, I did 1 and 2. So I got 17th out of 39. Now, talking about the people from the Southwest Florida FGC, just to name, I'm going to try to name everyone that went with us because this was probably the biggest turnout at CEO from Southwest Florida FGC. We had TV Tengu, we had Fighting Focus, Black Flash, Walt Coyote, Crispy Crisp, Waffles, Spiker, Foss, Noodle, Casual Sam, Kazibara, Flamio, Makira, Man Dude Man. We had Frank Gaines XP, Savage Mella, Big Boss Brandon. And then there was people that didn't enter tournaments like Scourge, OK Hetzi. We had Crash. We had just everybody that was able to go went. And it was amazing seeing so much representation for Southwest Florida FGC. Going through some of our players' games, Big Boss Brandon played Dragon Ball Fighters. He went 1 and 2 in that. Street Fighter 6, he went 2 and 2 in that. Third Strike, he went 0 and 2. I believe he was in the opposite pool of me at around the same time. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, he went 0 and 2 in. Savage Mello went 2 and 2 in Tekken 8. Frank Gaines XP went 1 and 2 in Blaze Blue Central Fiction, 2 and 2 in Tekken 8, and 1 and 2 in Under Night 2. Man Dude Man went 1 and 2 in Strive, and 0 and 2 in Street Fighter 6, and 0 and 2 in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Makira went 0 and 2 in Fatal Fury. In Guilty Gear Strive, went 0 and 2 in Street Fighter 6. Went 2 and 2 and got to fight Leshar. That was pretty awesome. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, he went 0 and 2. In Brawlhalla, he went 0 and 2. Flamio went 3 and 2 in Tekken 8. I think if he had won 2 more games, he probably would have made it out of pools. Kazibara went 2 and 2 and played Anakin in Tekken 8. Casual Sam went 1 and 2 in Street Fighter 6. Noodle went 1 and 2 in Street Fighter 6. Foz in Street Fighter 6 went 2 and 2, and in his last match, he played Fudo. If you are in the Southwest Florida fighting game community Facebook group, you'll see that Black Flash posted a video of that match. If you want to check that out, Tekken 8, he went 2 and 2. Spiker. Now, Spiker's a crazy man. Spiker does things. He does Spiker things. Spiker entered 6 games. Fatal Fury, he went 3 and 2. In Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, Jesus, that's a mouthful. He went 2 and 2. Guilty Gear Strive, he went 2 and 2. Street Fighter 6 went 2 and 2. In Tekken 8 went 1 and 2. In Blaze Blue, Central Fiction went 1 and 2. Waffles went 1 and 2 in Strive and 0 and 2 in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Crispy Crisp went 1 and 2 in Tekken 8. Walt Coyote in Street Fighter 6 went 0 and 2. Black Flash in Street Fighter 6 went 1 and 2. He had a really hype losers around 1 match. There were some crazy moments in that match that were pretty awesome, pretty hype. Fighting Focus entered CVS 2 and went 2 and 2. Fatal Fury 1 and 2. Street Fighter 6 0 and 2. Tekken 8 0 and 2. And Alpha 3 2 and 2. And I will say this, he entered that literally before it started, which was pretty awesome. Let's talk about our boy Tengu. Fatal Fury went 2 and 2. And Tekken 8 went 1 and 2. That stream match he did not win, but he won the following one. And Under Night went 1 and 2. And Dive Kick went 0 and 2. And Street Fighter Alpha 3, he also joined at the very last minute. He went 1 and 2. And then our boy enters Windjammers 2 and goes 4 and 2, placing in the top 8, 7th out of 26 players. Just a few more matches, he would have been in that cage, and that would have been awesome. So again, much love to the Southwest Florida FGC for the representation. Going through here, I want to show this off. I stole this from Scourge. Scourge had this lasered onto his Vitrix stick, and it's so awesome with the Akuma and the Southwest Florida FGC logo. It was sick, so I wanted to show that off a little bit. During the event, we went to another place called Sugar. This was the family, along with Okehetsi and TV Tengu. And we went to Sugar, and it was pretty fantastic. It was a great time. The drinks were amazing, very alcoholic. And we had the sliders, which were pretty awesome. So we definitely had a lot of fun. To close out the night, to close out the event, we decided let's play some UA on Sunday night. With that said, I want to get into some of the placements that occurred during CEO with some of our events, including one that I was very, very excited about. But let's talk about Capcom versus SNK 2. We had 94 players enter Capcom versus SNK 2. In our top 8, we had Concon, 2 Old, 2 Unserious, both tying for 7th. Flocker and Jabali tying 5th. Silent Scope was in 4th place. Eric Turbo in 3rd. Justin Wong in 2nd place. And let me tell you something. Jay Wong was on commentary for CVS 2 top 8. And he was in top 8 for CVS 2. And it was quite hysterical watching him do commentary for his match. Let me see if I can pull this video up. I should have had it before, and I did not. I'm going to pull this video up here shortly, just because it was one of my top favorite moments at CEO. See if I can find it here. I'm quite terrible at this, if you guys haven't noticed. I don't know why you guys watch. I'm kidding. I love you guys. My shenanigans here are terrible, though, because, like I said, I should have had this pulled up, and I don't know why I didn't. Mind you, I've had to re-record this 3 times because I've had some equipment issues. It's a trend. It's a trend. With me having system failures and whatnot while I do this. So let's see. If we go here, oh no.
Now this isn't going to be good enough. Oh my God.
This is hilarious.
Yo, Justin's playing Samurai Showdown right now, dude. He's just doing jumping air to airs. But Eric's about to get the meter.
Mind you, Jay Wong did this with the ratio for Sagat. And I also thought that was just terrible.
Oh my God, I got medium kick caught Eric while standing up.
Refunds! Let's go!
I played good, but he dropped the combo a few times. I got lucky there. I got
told
lucky
you
there.
to watch out for roll cancel Tatsu, and then you just got hit by roll cancel Tatsu. Come on, man. Yeah, there's no way you can.
It's like I said, it's one of my favorite moments of CEO. for the content. For the content. The match between Jay Wong and Boss was just fantastic. There was a reset that took place. Here, while we're here, we might as well take a look at the end of this.
Damage here. Can Boss finish this off with the? Oh my God! Ooh. Coming down to the wire. Okay, here we go. The chip damage is gonna be scary here. Got the cross up. Yeah, Justin trying to stay alive. He doesn't have a super meter. Oh, he went for the
Ooh.
does it! And look at the elation and the relief. He was so scared. He was so scared. Damage here. Can Boss finish this?
That's fantastic. Shouts out to Boss again. Just doing awesome shit. Moving into the next bracket, that it was Third Strike. The top 8. We had tied for 7th was Seek and El Cubano Loco. And tied for 5th was MY Chris G and Everdread. 4th place was Jay Wong. 3rd place was Aeroleth. 2nd place was Frankie BFG, and Move took 1st place in Third Strike. In City of the Wolves, tied for 7th was Maseo and Kwikwi. Tied for 5th place, Lagia and Reynald. In 4th place, we had Falcon ZT. And in 3rd place, we had Cog. In 2nd place, we had Nemo. And in 1st place, Xiao Hai. In our Tekken 8, top 8, we had Yagami and Edge in 7th place. In 5th place, Farzine and Mayo IL. In 4th place, we had John Ding. In 3rd place, we had Arslan Ash. In 2nd place, we had Ulsan. In 1st place, we had Atif. And then moving into our Street Fighter 6 top 8, Kills You and Not Pedro were in 7th place. Tied for 5th place, Ryukichi and Krami. I think that's how you say it. Krami. Krami was very impressive. Krami qualified for the Esports World Cup by placing in 5th and was doing crazy things in this tournament for, their age. And Not Pedro, same thing. In 4th place, we had Zen. In 3rd place, we had Punk. 2nd place, NL. And in 1st place, Lishar took the crown. The top 8s were hype. I will say that. The one critique that I will say about this event was the placement of the layout for the main floor for the main event was not the best. The screens were too low. So even if you sat too far away, things were covered. You couldn't see the entire. So you had to look off to the other side. Just it wasn't comfortable. For Street Fighter 6 top 8, a lot of us ended up just going back to our rooms and watching the streams online to close it out. But also we had to attribute to the fact that we were all very exhausted by the end of this weekend. So it wasn't necessarily just that. It was just a multitude of things. Overall, Jabali announced that we will be going back. There was record numbers, I believe over 5,000 people attended, including the one-day passes for the entire event. The return to Orlando was successful, and the place was great. We're going back. When, we don't know. We haven't gotten a date yet, but we're very excited, and we'll definitely be back there. I will say that this is probably this is my favorite CEO, and it had a lot to do with not just being back in Orlando, but mostly the crew that we were with. At one point or another, we were with somebody, whether it be with members of the FGC, people that we know from there that we've met CEO before, It was just, but mostly having the South of Florida FGC there in such a large amount and getting to hang out, play games, watching everyone do their thing. Um, I'll say this as the TO for Southwest Florida FGC. I'm very proud of the crew. I'm very proud of everyone for going out there doing their thing. However, it may have went. It's not an easy thing to do. Um, at home, when you're at your local, you're comfortable, but going to a major tournament like this and putting yourself out there like that, it can be nerve wracking. It still hits me. It hit me during Tekken 8. So I'm very proud of how everyone did, and it was so awesome to see everyone out there in that element and just getting to hang out with everyone, spending time together, doing fun things, watching everyone's games. It was one of the other reasons why there was a lot of things that I didn't get to do was because we were just going with it, kind of going with the flow, just going from one place to the other. The event was huge. We had Bailey World, which was just almost the same size as the main hall, and I wish I had gotten a video of that before everything went haywire. And I'm sure there's videos out there, but yeah, I'm definitely excited to go again. I'm definitely waiting to get that announcement so we can put the PTO in and start saving money. Um, Critiques about the venue. Um, as you all saw, we had the exhaust right there outside the window. For some reason, late at night, we started getting this smell of food and oil in the room. So Walt, who was right down the hall from me, literally the room next door, just right down the hall, moved rooms twice. One because the smell was so bad in it. His room, his and Chris room, that they moved into another room, and it was a one bedroom. It was two of them, but that's all they had at the moment. They told him there was something was opening up the next day, so then they had to move again a second time to a two bedroom on the 8th floor, I believe. I myself just dealt with it because I didn't spend that much time in the room. So that was, but I definitely, when we reserve next time, we're gonna put a note: no fourth floor. We don't want to be on the fourth floor at all again. After that experience, that was the one bad thing about being at that hotel was that specific area. It's just the smell, because they had no issues in the other rooms. Um, the food was great. One food place I didn't really talk about was the market. What it's called, the 18 Monroe Street Market. So it's a small market that's open 24/7, but they serve food there until midnight. And I got to try the pizza there, and it was really good. One evening, they had cold sandwiches in the fridge. And we had not gotten anything to eat yet. We were hungry, so we went to go grab a couple sandwiches before we went to bed, and we ate that. And those were really good. It was like a ciabatta ham sandwich, and then they were really, really good. A lot of the people said that there was a meatball sub that was really good. A lot of the food there, for it being a market, it was really good. However, it was expensive as hell because it's a market in a hotel. What do you expect? We did have breakfast from the breakfast place there on the day we came back, Monday morning, and the food there was good too. I didn't eat too much just because we're riding in a car back for 3 hours. So overall, again, it was a wonderful experience. Thank you to Alex Jabali for another amazing CEO. Congratulations on 15 years of CEO. That's a huge milestone. And to have such a big event, a big turnout, is pretty amazing. And again, we hope to do it next year. We hope to do it with even more members of the FGC as our scene continues to grow. So with that said, next episode, I'm hoping to cover a few things. One of the things that I was able to do between the time that I last recorded an episode and this episode is Magic the Gathering had its Final Fantasy set release. Now, pre-order I had a cloud deck, which I did I did a whole unboxing video for. My Titus deck came in really late, but I did get the commander deck for Titus as well. During CEO, they had a few events and they had a lot of cards that I purchased singles of, and I've been purchasing a lot of singles since then. Will I have my deck fully made? I don't know, but we'll talk about that. But I was able to get at a really cheap price the Terra deck, which actually is kind of becoming my favorite. And I happened to get this at CEO. So we're definitely going to talk about Magic next time, and probably about a little bit of UA too, because I haven't really talked about Union Arena. Obviously, we'll get into some news, but depending on how far I'm able to get, I have been playing Death Stranding 2, and I've been having a lot of fun. And I'm going to see how comfortable I am doing a review so far, because I know I won't be finishing the game before the next episode, but I definitely want to talk about that game and Hideo Kojima and how crazy he is. Genius. Genius crazy. So with that said, as always, be good or be good at it.